Hello my beautiful friends, we are back here with more REN, and today we'll be doing money game. And if you're new here, my name is Ray from Review Music. I'm a musician and we love REN here on this channel. So I was reading your past comments and some of y'all were telling me to do all three parts in one sitting. Yet some of you guys were telling me to do just the third part because that's the most important one. But let me tell you, as much as my ass is hurting right now, you know I gotta give my boy REN some love and do all three parts. Yeah, and it's gonna be a lengthy one, so I need you guys with me for this one. Usually when I do all these multiple reactions, I try not to pause as much and save my thoughts till the end of the video. But with REN, I'm always a little nervous, so we'll see. I'll put timestamps for each video, for each song and reactions, so you can skip to that if you need to. Alright, I'm here for the ride and I hope you are too, so like, comment and subscribe and let's get this started.
It's a strange time we're living in. War can put fear in. Hierarchy parties, they make us feel inferior. Greed runs through parliament interiors. Devils walk among us, they fit the criteria. Eerie theory, stripe fearing, weary-minded men when we're clearly.
Okay, let me turn the captions off for this one because this is shit.
Criteria, eerie theory, stripe fearing, weary-minded men when we're clearly living in dictatorships, nearly blinded by illusions to choose who's fooling who. A ball chain to your shoes on pain. It's a crying shame. The pursuit of our own wealth lights a flame that makes greed a game that lets this whole war burn. As the world turns, the whole world burns. But money was invented for trade, but now those bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger on the trigger of a money game.
Oh, now those bits of paper twist heart, make slaves, a saint to a sinner, like a child to a killer. Damn.
His finger on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this old money game. Stop.
I really love the direction of this. The camera work is so impressive. I don't know why this is giving me Sherlock vibes. If REN was an actor, he would make a great Moriarty. Don't you think so?
Dear Mr. President, it's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas to keep us separate, when they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets. They say badly through gritted teeth, that's my right to hate, that's freedom of speech. But when did freedom become a reason to hate? A way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered the murder like savages, colonized all of the rest. That's called hypocrisy. Preach a certain value that you never keep yourselves. Your country was in flames, you denigrate yourselves in a second. Still you spit your venom, demonizing immigrants when really you're the immigrant, cause all of us are immigrants or descended from immigrants. Irony is imminent. I'll shed the light on immigrants. America was colonized by Britain. Britain, it was colonized by Rome. and also colonised by the Saxons. They were German, by the way. You know how people throw shade upon the Germans because of history's pain, and yet we made the same mistakes all again. Demonise a whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same and the same. Old situations play on repeat, the same old TV shows repeat. Yeah, we worship the bleak. Our opinions aren't our own and we follow like sheep. There's no left, there's no right, in the middle we sleep. Rain, rain, rain.
Oh, our opinions aren't our own. We follow like sheep. That's the media, right? They dictate how we should think, pushing the narrative and shaping the public perception of what's important, choosing which stories to cover and which ones to ignore. And we become the product of an, echo chamber.
Follow like sheep, there's no left, there's no right, in the middle we sleep. Rain, 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 a storm it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we'd like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game.
Okay, that was interesting. The video itself reminds me of the Three Tales, with the one continuous fluid shot, the use of the props, the ambient noises in the background, and I know I didn't catch some of the symbolism there. Maybe y'all can leave your thoughts in the comments, because I know with Friends videos, he said it himself that it's open to your interpretations, so I would love to hear it. But I get the concept of the song. In his lyrics, he's talking about current state of the economy, the flaws of capitalism, how money became the root of all evil, and if I were to guess, the hostage kind of represents the individual or society itself, blinded by greed and the news around him. To me, it was basically money, kind of like a leash. How money has a hold on everyone, regardless of where you're from. And obviously, he touched on how the media controls us. You can imagine how shit society has become now, especially with social media. But what was the scene at the end with him setting himself on fire? Yeah, okay. That was interesting. Let's move on to part 2 before I start yapping too much. Let's go.
Strange time of living in panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on, needlessly bleeding.
Okay, so the first one was the acoustic version. Yeah, I like what he did with this one, with the trumpets and all. And we are clearly going political on this one.
Politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on, needlessly bleeding, resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 rain.
Yeah.
The storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins, but we die upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game. Money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with his finger in crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells cause there's loads on the sand. Step 1, you must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step 2, gotta make the people think that they want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a shell, then you're just a fucking waste man. 3, it's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be a new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4, expand.
Okay, I didn't want to pause on this. These steps that he's breaking down, how fucking accurate is this? Swallow all your morals, their opponents, quality. Come on, man.
Will be a new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5, why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6, guns, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7, press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8, big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9, polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10, the world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore. Rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins, but we die upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game. This old.
Oh. REN, you are a freaking genius. I swear this man, he doesn't stop. Every topic he touches turns to gold. Be it mental health, economics, politics, socio-economics. I love how he's able to break down and articulate the difficult topics. Just like Hi REN. in a language that everyone could understand, even a simpleton like me. And when he was breaking down the steps, internally I was nodding so much at and that concept I think applies to anything, right? Even in a smaller scale. I know he's talking about the bigger scale of it, but in a smaller scale, and if I were to put an example to that, in the most juvenile and simple context, a YouTuber product, you know who I'm talking about, right? How a product gets so popular so quickly, everyone wants to get their hands on them, making them limited editions, making it rare, making those who have never tried it before feel left out, and using other influencers to promote it. And so help me God, it doesn't stop there. And there's one line he said, it don't matter if they hate you, they all say your name. I'm done, bro. And that whole seashells analogy was a callback to REN, right? And I like how this version is much more reggae-ish at the start there. And then the trumpets came in. Yeah. Okay, let's move to the last one. That was him playing. Wait, doesn't that remind you of the start of Jenny's? No, not Jenny's. Violet's Tale. Yeah.
Tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents pay for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns that truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury.
Okay, I hate to pause. And I promise I'm gonna let it play for this one because I want to listen to the story. But listen to the piano in the background, how intense it is.
Manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the popo inside of his pocket. 35, he gets a call. I'm sorry son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack, I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck. Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41, he wasn't walking. 42, not walking quickly. 43, never running round the pavements of his city. 44, inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck for money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy. Community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
The poetry.
Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. "45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
You know, just when I thought High Ren and the Three Tails were peak Ren, what he did with this was... I'm not even gonna break down the lyrics. Imagine a Hollywood director directing a 2-hour movie about the rise and fall of a man, blinded by greed, money, and power. And this man explains it in a 9-minute music video. The amount of knowledge and understanding for these kind of topics that are sometimes can be difficult to discuss, he explains it in the most eloquent way as always. His knowledge is impeccable. The music in this one was my favorite, with the piano. I love classical music. It complements the sections of the story so damn well. And the camera work was so impressive in this one. I'm not sure if this is right or not. I believe the cameraman was Samuel. He did not miss a beat. I guess you can call this tale the tale of Jimmy, yeah? Can you imagine if this was an actual musical with Ren's one-take vocals and his acting? This is going to my playlist, guys, definitely. If you stayed with me throughout this entire series, I appreciate you so much. I'm still waiting for Vincent's Tale, just like you guys. Till then, I hope you can like, comment on this video and subscribe to this channel. It was worth doing all 3 money game parts in one sitting. My back is hurting so much right now. And I swear ever since discovering Ren, or at least you guys helped me discover Ren, ever since then he has totally changed the way I hear music, the way I appreciate art, and even the way I play and write. He has definitely changed that. What a genius. Yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll hope to see you in the Vincent's Tale soon. Yeah, take care guys.